Who even gives a shit? Do those guys like pray to anybody? Is it a pantheist or I used to say I was a deist. I really don't even give a shit anymore. I really honestly don't. It's not doing anything for me. So basically, I'm a fucking idiot. I'm like, okay, yeah, well, all right, it might have fucking happened by, some guy sprinkling some magic dust and blowing it out, and the fucking whole thing happened. And you know what? I don't know. And you know what? Fuck everybody. I really don't care.
I think you're more of a monkey than an idiot.
Ah, that's insulting monkeys. Some of them are pretty
I
smart.
thought idiot was insulting idiots. These idiots are human.
Ooh, well that's a hell of a great thing. Human. Ooh. What would you rather step in? Gorilla shit or human shit?
I'd rather watch where I'm stepping.
Or you'd rather watch a gorilla shit? Let's see. No. Yeah, which one would I rather? Oh, yeah, no. Or whatever.
Gary talking because I can't hear him.
No, he's not. He's turning his mic on when he's talking and then turning it off when he's not talking. It's part of his plan. Or vice versa. You get me?
He's gonna troll.
So anyway, yeah, we haven't had one useful conversation tonight. So yay, setting a new record.
Don't know about all that. Last weekend was pretty shitty too.
Well, thank you for the reminder. But whatever. Whose fault is it? Is it my fault or is it your fault? That's the question.
I think it's the fault of these people who are sitting down in text and refuse to get on dock and bring an interesting topic to the room.
Ah, maybe that's it then. Let's blame them. It's probably old hacks. 'But it is a problem. I mean, I do have to have some sort of... There's got to be a little continuity in here. God damn it. Can't be just having this wandering nothing conversations.
20% of people think Obama is a Muslim now. True story.
Well, that's pretty spooky. But whatever. Let's not talk about Obama and politics stuff. That's really depressing.
Of course, that information just came from a troll. I can tell he's a troll because he's been trolling the entire time he's been here. He's very obvious, you see. Um, which brings up the topic: what the fuck is up with trolls? Like, where did they get off? Who, justifies them, or how do they justify themselves?
Yeah, I'm always saying that about gray text too. How does gray text wake up in the morning? But no, I mean it's true. I mean I sit there and I do wonder what. I mean, you get these phone calls from people. I got one the other day, and it's like these people, and they say, "I'm not soliciting money," and then they go ahead and start soliciting money, and you're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Can't you find something else to do for a job?" I mean, you just call people all day and fucking harass them in their house? I mean, you fuck.
Uh, I like Gradix. I think he's funny.
Yeah, well, you're retarded. And I've heard you advocating for the retarded. So, your credibility is pretty low. So, sub DNA guy, what's your subjects? You raised before that nobody paid attention to. Well, of course they deserve rights. It depends on how much rights, I guess, is the question. And I don't think we deserve. I mean, we've overvalued ourselves, I guess, is more of the issue than we've undervalued them. So I guess that's the way I would look at it. But I mean, yeah, life is about this feeling thing, and animals do lots of feeling. So I mean, I have to respect that. I can't see how people can escape that. I mean, it's not about whether you can add, you know, whether or not you can do calculus or not. Should that decide that really can't be the standard by which you judge the value of a human being or their welfare. So, I mean, you know, I just don't get it. How, you know, if you have a gorilla and a human being both tied down on gurneys, and you're going to do some horrible thing like break one of their knees or something, how the hell can you rationalize and say somehow it's going to be less traumatic for a gorilla? It's not. Yeah, I don't know, level, again, see what level are you talking about? They get hard penises. I mean, you know, what level are you living at? Are you living at some kind of level where you think you're superior than somebody else because you can count to a bigger number? I mean, it's just stupid. They feel. So once something feels, it's game on. You can't just undo that.
Unless it gets paralyzed.
Well, then it's not feeling, but whatever. I'm not saying that, you know, our intelligence can give us more things to fear. They can give us more ways to sense the environment and emotionally react to it. But the bottom line is pain and suffering and pleasure and those kind of things are, you know, they feel that shit. They feel love. They will die for their kids. They'll do all of that shit. Oh, well, whatever. Genocide. I mean, that's just even a stupid word to use. I mean, animals don't deliberately go out to kill or eliminate or exterminate, so they can't understand that concept. Yeah, well, the insects, that's the tricky question. How much do insects feel? They are capable of learning. They can't learn much, but they can learn. And, you know, I really worry about that one because they might be feeling a lot more than we think. Yes, tired. Me too. Maybe we need a good night story. Yes. Alright, well, let's see. There was these 7 dwarfs, and they were living in Dwarfaphonia. And they were minding their own little dwarfy business, and then this girl comes wandering by saying, I'm running away from the evil queen. No, that's not a good story. No. You need a story where somebody's head gets cut off and rolls down the street. Those are good stories.
The Quran.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's probably lots of good bedtime stories in the Quran. Penetration and such. Anyway, don't remember the exact, but was raped by gangs of female dolphins. Oh, whatever. Dolphins. Yeah, right. The raping dolphins. I grabbed her with my very... Oh, that's right. I don't have any fingers or hands or arms. So, yeah. Could you imagine trying to rape somebody if you got no arms? Come on, it's a little rough.
What if they had chainsaws for arms?
Oh, you would change jaws. It's not gonna make you a very good rapist. You know.
You could cut them down.
Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear me.
No, I can't hear you at all. Nope. Guess you're gonna just have
What
to
did you say?
take
I
off.
didn't catch that.
I just been hanging back. I'm trying to get the the feel of the room. I don't really want to comment until I learn a little bit about the personalities of the people in the room a little bit better. So, just saying hi. I got to follow up. I really don't know how well the mic is coming through. I don't have the mic set up right now on my computer, but I do have a head chopping story for you if you want one.
Quick. Okay.
Yeah, when I did some consulting in the what's called the industrial city in Saudi Arabia, Jubail, about a block away from the camp where I was sequestered, they had a head chopping square. It's actually it's a entire block with about a, I don't know, 2-foot square wooden block right in the center, and that's their entertainment. That's people go out and watch the heads or arms being chopped off when, whenever somebody transgresses the law. It's just that little quip by Black Cats about the Quran just kind of put me in mind of that.
Well, I like that they do it at sporting events. Like the halftime show is actually a beheading. Like, oh yeah, there's going to be a beheading at the halftime show. I mean, they actually do that. It's just really bizarre.
Yeah, it is truly bizarre. Some English welders who I was working with, when they would announce one of these head choppings and everybody would, go out to the square and nothing happened, they called it a wind-up. Like it was, big letdown. Like sort of like a rain day for baseball, their equivalent of a rain day. So kind of morbid. Didn't mean to leave you with that. Didn't mean to enter the room on that and leave the room on that, but you did ask for a head chopping story, so I thought I'd throw one in.
Well, I was more interested in the head rolling story, but that's close enough.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey Gary, on a more serious note, you talked about, is it okay to get serious for a little bit here? Or?
Please, somebody
Okay.
try to do that.
Okay, so I've watched a number of your videos, as you know, and I've commented on a lot of them, and you talk about this idea of nature being cannibalistic, and I was wondering if you could expand on that, and if you would, well, I mean, you don't have to expand on it. You've already expanded on it quite a bit, but I was wondering if cannibalism traditionally is something that is intra-species. People consider it to be an intra-species event. I was wondering if you would allow for it more as sort of a interspecies, or if that's what you've been, here's my question, is that what you've been saying all along? That, this irrepressible life force ultimately leads to cannibalism. Were you talking about intra-species, or were you also talking about interspecies? Like
Both. It's a metaphor for both, and it's a metaphor. It's not a literal cannibalism. Okay, but it is. You gotta turn your mic off.
Okay, sorry.
It's a metaphor for both. In the one sense, obviously, it's cannibalism because they're relations of ours. Okay. We have this arbitrary lines that we draw, and we say this is a human being, this is Cro-Magnon man, this is this, this is this, this is this. I'm saying, okay, but they're all living things, so they all fit into some sort of schema. You can put everything into that category, and so you can say all mammals. You could say all certain thing, and then you could say, yes, you could have cannibalism within that subset. And so the subsets are pretty arbitrary, in my opinion. I mean, you could just say anything with a brain that has a hypothalamus in it. That could be the subset. And so it would be cannibalism anytime something with a hypothalamus ate something that has a hypothalamus. You get my drift? So in that sense, it's literally cannibalism. And it's metaphorically cannibalism, because we're eating these other sentient creatures. So I'm using sentience as the category